This is lesson 5.1 on creating learning environment design models using the Envision guide. Our activity today was to work with a colleague or friend to design a 1-hour leadership seminar using the Envision guide. I worked with a school superintendent who was interested in having a 1-hour seminar for all of their school principals and central office personnel on creating and using logic models for program evaluation. After using the Envision guide with the responses from that interview, I created a learning environment design model using Lucidchart to visually represent the information from the guide. And here is the seminar that I designed. The seminar starts out actually in an asynchronous online environment where students are provided information, definition, use, and the need for research on logic models, as you can see from the first information block. When the participants actually come to the classroom, they'll have that pre-knowledge of information of exactly what logic models are. The session will start out with a purpose and outcomes of the seminar through lecture and PowerPoint, as you can see through that second building block. And then the facilitator will move the students into the next piece, which is actually to look at the research that they were to bring to the seminar. And each participant would do an oral presentation of their project and their research. So really the correlation of research based on how you would use logic models inside their particular function of their job. There'll be feedback provided by the instructor, as you can see from the feedback block that goes up to the project research information based on the oral presentations and the information of each participant. The facilitator will then move the seminar participants into the next piece, which is information about elements of logic models, what it takes to build logic models, and how they're actually used in program evaluation specifically. They'll be done through a lecture and PowerPoint presentation. The facilitator will then move the participants into a discussion based on program evaluation outcomes for specific programs that they're involved in, whether they're curriculum directors or actual principals, and how the information regarding the elements of a logic model could help them inform their program outcomes and show success or failure. So through those group discussions, there would be instructor and peer feedback, as you can see here from the block correlated underneath the group discussion. And then the facilitator will take the students or participants into the next block, which would be an actual demonstration and writing process of each of the elements of the logic model. So each participant would actually demonstrate the components of a logic model, writing activities, resources, outcomes, both long-term and short-term, and how those are actually correlated back to the research that they brought to the seminar. That'll be done on large chart paper in the room with oral presentations sharing out information. The instructor will provide feedback based on those examples, guiding direction and information, helping deepening the understanding of the participants regarding the elements of a logic model. The facilitator will then take the students into, or the participants into, a place where they can actually create a logic model. That can be done both in a Word document or in a spreadsheet, whichever the participants are more comfortable with. And this will be where we see the evidence from the outcomes of the seminar, which is, can they create an actual logic model with all the necessary elements? And then they will be scored based on instructor feedback via a rubric provided. And that concludes our 1-hour leadership seminar regarding logic models. The lessons learned for me, when I looked at the new insights, I found that the guide was very helpful when discussing the different options of a learning environment. At first, my client was thinking of a traditional workshop where everyone comes and gets information, and because there were different learning environments that were listed in the Envision guide, it allowed me to talk about opportunities that the students could experience different things in different ways. So that was very helpful. And what did I learn from the experience? I learned the word envision can be very powerful when you're working with a client. My client felt that we were actually dreaming of the possibilities of this learning experience, and we could talk through those different types of possibilities instead of just planning a leadership workshop in their words. I think the word envision and also the Envision guide helped foster that type of mindset. And also, how did I think that this step helped enhance focus and clarity for the design? The questions on the guide itself helped bring about clarity and focus to the purpose of the meeting. And when I felt like we might be trailing off topic, I found the document to be very beneficial in bringing the conversation back. And that concludes my Screenamaticast. Thank you.